Up in the cell at 17, back in jail with no bail at 19. I grew up with a life as a 20, made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why do you talking I'm overseas? Ziggy Smalls when I move it was all a dream. You won't talking and pump me up, call me lucky, I guess.
Life. MPCW.
2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Teams trying to... So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position. This is return just shy of midfield.
What do you mean?
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the
Why
play.
Now
they're going to come out and take a look at this injury.
Celebrities, because I think that's the whole point of the show at the end of the day.
The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 18 carries to the touchdown.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop.
Touchdown!
Cowboys!
The Browns? Yeah. C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys use the turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
No, 32-12.
Wow.
Extra point.
Should have known we were going to win.
And it's now a
We usually beat them. Well, it is, to be honest, because if they don't win, their season's probably over. Yeah.
5-5-0.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
I say the Bills win.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead here's Sweep.
Yeah, I know it was that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Herbert changing things up.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
2nd down and 4.
Once again, it's Swift. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes,
3-0 to Jets hurt. They're not Jets.
If you don't, you saw the end result.
Well, the game just started 5 minutes ago.
Well, my friend's a Jets fan, and in our group chat, well, he goes, well, I'm turning the game off already. It was, Zach Wilson fumbled, and then they sacked down for an 8-yard loss and held him at 3 points.
They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
He's got this to the 30 before he's taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Yeah.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's
Really?
knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys at 7-5 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of...
So basically all catfish is like someone being on a fake Facebook profile and like message you and saying they're this like good-looking guy. And then it's like my dad, for example.
Oh, for...
It's like pretending to be someone else that you're
not.
not.
Oh, okay.
It's like a big joke.
Oh, okay. No, it's scary.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the option to give to Swift here, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Because you said it?
Yeah, we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek.
Damn, I feel
and
bad
we'll
as
take
shit.
a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And
What's up?
lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
What the movie average goes.
Steps away to his left. And a nice job to break free of one tackle.
That's for your cousin or your nephew.
And he's taken
No,
down
I'm just saying, I
after.
think it's fun.
So Hurts
Oh, no, I thought it was...
Watching it, and it's...
Oh, no, I thought it was... Mom, I want to go there.
should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
They look good. I mean, that's a little burn.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Lewis selects to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert going to change the play here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's Herbert.
Sort of gets down to the average goes in this game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
No.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Again, Herbert. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are once again back. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase,
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. This short throw caught by Goddard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 1.
Here's Mariota.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, hang on here, because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Leaves it for Penny.
That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he finds and this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now Mariota. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on over to...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
At the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. That's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now 2nd and 9. To throw again. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Now Lewis selects to return it, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up.
No, I don't know. Maybe a red pulling out to see it from a different slant. Yes.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Herbert's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It's like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On second down, it's Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On first down, Justin Herbert finding Pickens for another catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. In motion, the tight end. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Herbert now. This is caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Take it in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trench. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's going to wind up incomplete. However, we have a flag down. Let's check in with the So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Herbert. Talami pulls it in. What a catch. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert going to change the look. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Down to about the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Pulling good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Yeah, he does.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. But 1st down, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Hurts to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 23.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
Touchdown! DeAndre Swift from 6 yards away.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here's Lewis.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would halfway go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Right back to him on first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
The Cowboys are down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Hurts.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Buying time to his left. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Now 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Herbert. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. He's got the 1st down and potentially a lot more.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
87 yards.
And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, Parker, I would say the traditional is not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, Parker, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in